we kind of always joke there's a way Jamar could talk to kids that we couldn't necessarily talk to kids like. And, he was great at reaching them and having them believe in themselves more than they probably thought was capable sometimes.
From day one, his was always an outsized, larger-than-life personality, to the extent that subtle is not a word one would generally ascribe to Jamar White. And yet, in deeper consideration of his legacy of positive influence as a coach and a mentor, it becomes impossible to dismiss how large an impact he made with small gestures and tiny moments, often out of view and behind the scenes. A joke, a word, a compliment.
I remember last year, the district tournament, I don't think anybody thought we were a favorite to win it, and all week we were just trying to sell them, listen, let's lay it out there. We got nothing to lose. Let's lay it out there, see what happens. And, ultimately we got it done, and that wasn't going to be possible if it wasn't for him just getting them to believe so much in themselves.
We are now a little more than 2 months removed from the car accident that claimed his life, and Monroe City is still very much mourning Jamar White's loss, a pain that belies just how much he meant to so many.
It's been rough. There's been a lot of us having to come together, basketball staff, football staff, kind of everybody. It helps. We're a pretty tight-knit group. Kind of all know whether it's a different team, what each other are going through, and there's no playbook on necessarily how to go through this, but we're doing the best we can. You got to remember, he's through youth leagues and stuff before he was ever on staff. He kind of coached a lot of these girls from when they were in third grade. It was a big part missing. I think they really honestly handled it pretty well. The first week of practice was rough. Then when you kind of get into a groove, I don't want to say it necessarily gets easier because it's still there. You're just better equipped to deal with it, I guess. Something will happen at practice or in a game, and it's just different. I don't know a better way to put it. Everything's just a little bit different now, so we're adjusting the best we can. But yeah, it's a little bit different right now.
It's hard to escape the notion that in a fairer world, Jamar White right now would be physically present aside Cody Leonard on the Lady Panther bench. But if there's been a single silver lining to this tragic turn of events, it's the reminder that Jamar's best attributes will long outlive him in his home community for anyone ever lucky enough to have spent time in his orbit.
It's kind of awe-inspiring to see that many people from that many different communities that, whether they competed against Monroe City, knew him personally, or didn't know him, to know what he meant to this community and to these programs. It was a ton of fun coaching with him. Like I tell the girls all the time, he loves them. I don't go past tense because that hasn't stopped. Everything that he wanted for them, we still have those opportunities, and that's what we're trying to do this year. And kind of whole season's kind of for him, but I want it still to be focused on what they're capable of.